Paul and I have been talking about securities on bikes. It's a very, very important subject and not to be taken lightly. What do you do, Paul, when you're when you're riding these exotic machines that I don't get the chance to ride?
Well, I've had a word about that. I'll sort that out. But the thing is, you see, somebody lends me a bike for the weekend, a £10,000, £11,000 bike sometimes, and I've got to look after that bike and I've got to take it back in one piece. But the opposite word being, I've got to take it back. I've got to keep hold of it, and it's difficult to keep hold of a top-class bike.
True, right, yeah.
Right. Now, I mean, there's all sorts. I know there's chains for this, padlocks for that, disc locks for this, alarms for this, that and the other, but it seems to me it's an absolute minefield, and it seems you can spend as much or as little as you want. Now, I mean, look at these, you see. A disc lock, there we go, 20 quid, 40 quid, you know. I mean, what, is any of them going to stop anybody picking my bike up and throwing it in a van? I don't think
Definitely not, mate.
A lot of good, really.
No, they just pick them up and throw them in the back of a van. So, if you were going to buy a disc lock because you like the idea and the convenience of putting the disc lock in your pocket or under the seat and being able to carry it, really, you might as well buy a £16 disc lock because it stops the wheels rotating. And that is all they do.
And it still makes you fall off if you forget to take it off.
If you forget to take it off and off you set, you fall off. And
right.
You're stupid in front of all your mates.
Quick route to a really good stoppy.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Right, absolutely, yeah.
So really, the best move is to lock your bike to something with an ideal lock and chain.
And buy a Rottweiler.
Well, if you put that by the side of it, and if you have an alarm on it, the alarm wakes the Rottweiler up and he bites the leg of the guy who's trying to nick your bike.
Smashing, I like that, that's good.
If you're going to consider lock and chains, there's all sorts. Coil locks, lightweight little locks and chains, the big bruisers. These are the boys. These are the ones at various length. I mean, that's a little bit impractical, but that'll be ideal for in a garage locking 3 or 4 bikes up.
Right, right.
You put these babies, the right length for your situation.
But I mean, is that not going to be, that's a metal chain. I mean, a pair of bolt croppers, surely.
No.
Go through that.
No. Earlier on today, with these things, which I carry in my pocket everywhere I go.
Right, well, I've seen your trousers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are bolt croppers of the largest type, and those have cut a lock and chain with ease. In fact, this baby behind you.
This one.
Easy.
Right.
My body weight on the ground, inside the jaws of the croppers, snap. Seconds.
Right.
Because it looks like the big boy.
It does look exactly the same as a 120
The difference being
pound.
materials. That's all it is. That's nitro hardened, and the idea is they freeze it hard rather than heat temper it. So when these guys come along with croppers which snap things, they don't cut them like scissors. When they try and snap the metal, it won't, because it's not brittle at all. It's very, very hard, fully hardened. All it does really is, as you can probably see from the croppers, is dent the jaws.
Right.
They get frustrated, they go and look for the bike that's only got a disc lock on and throw that in the back of the van.
Right, so I can lock my bike up with a padlock, and that might stop somebody wheeling it off. But I mean, if somebody comes and picks it up, it can be chained up and they can pick it up and throw it in a van. Now, I'm not going to hear them, so obviously there's alarms.
That's the answer.
Right.
Noise.
Audible alarms. Lots of noise. As much noise as we can make, really, basically.
Well, there's not many quiet alarms.
No, that's true.
So a noisy alarm, as you've said. Immobilising system on it as well, if possible. Could cost you a few quid. Could cost you £60, £70 for a basic one, or a real good system one, which you may get insurance discount, which everybody wants, because your insurance is a high cost. Bit of insurance discount never goes amiss.
Right.
You're talking £200, £300. But on a modern motorcycle, as you said, £10,000, £11,000, £200 is nothing.
Well worth it, yeah.
And what a little important point being is, everybody's got excess on their insurance policy. Might be £200, £300. So if you can avoid having your bike stolen by buying something at 150 quid, a lock and chain, you've avoided the chance of having the disappointment of losing it and paying £250 out for your excess.
Right, sounds good to me.
So get your money out, let's get one bought.
Well, it's in my top box actually. I'll just go and get. I don't think I've locked it. I'll be back in a minute.
Hey, Paul, don't forget, lock it, don't lose it. Shh. Oh, and by the way, alarms. We'll touch on the subject of alarms in a few weeks.